Hi and welcome. My name is Jessica Kopp. This week we have a couple of discussion questions to answer, so I'm going to get right into it. The first question says, how does the effective teacher balance the demand of a standards-based curriculum catered to the individual needs of each student? To answer that, I would say you need to collaborate with your fellow colleagues, research these ideas and topics that the colleagues give you. You can also do some research on your own about other concepts and ideas. Implement these ideas in your classroom. So try out these different ideas, see if they work, and that's where assessment comes into play. Look at your data, see if each individual student is having a positive impact on this idea. This brings me to the second question. What tools do we have at our disposal to help us comply with both demands? So, our textbook by Roblyer and Hughes, they talk about adaptive learning technologies. Roblyer and Hughes define adaptive learning technologies as, quote, adapting to learners' needs through sophisticated analysis of learner behaviors and interactions with resources or content, end quote. So there's a broad spectrum of tools and devices we can use, and Joan Nassen, she divides these into two types: hard technology and soft. So she explains that soft technologies are, quote, programs or approaches that capture, analyze, select, or present information. Hard technologies, they are, quote, devices used in adaptive systems to capture learner information. So let's dive into the next question and talk about some examples of tools that I use in the classroom. So the next question says, what best practices regarding technology in your instruction do you incorporate in your lessons? So so I'm an instructional aide. So I work with a lot of general education teachers throughout the day, and they use Kahoot. Kahoot is a great tool, a great assessment tool. I'm sure many of you have already played it in your classroom. So at the end of each game, you can actually see the data of each question answered and the percentage that was correct. You can also click on the individual student and see what questions they got right and wrong. That can help you before a test. It's great. And then you can review what concepts that they need help with or struggling with. So Jo Nassen, she talks about assistant technology, and as a special education instructional aide, I can use that. So one example of a hard technology, assistive technology that I use is a timer. A timer I use with mostly students on the autism spectrum. I've noticed that the students I work with, this may not be with every student with autism, they are visual learners and thinkers, and they need to visually see things, like a schedule with pictures, for example. A timer is good when you are trying to work on an assignment or reading. Tell them, okay, I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes and I want to work on this assignment. After that, you can have a break for about 10 minutes, 15, whatever works. So that is the time frame. I want to note that we do not have to finish the assignment in this allotted time. That can cause frustration, especially with students with autism. It's just some time to work on the assignment. So that's some positive reinforcement too. So this concludes my discussion for this week. leave a reply. Let me know your thoughts on the discussion, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.